This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
And good evening. We begin with a hate crime investigation. It's underway in El Cerrito right now, stemming from a protest over the ongoing war in Gaza. It ended with a woman being shoved and an Israeli flag being burned. And tonight, police are searching for the man in these photos. Now, you can't see his face, but you may recognize his clothes. He had a hat, a scarf covering his face, and distinctive jacket. He also had a camera and a backpack. So this all happened Saturday on San Pablo and Carlson Boulevard when a group of pro-Palestinian protesters shut down an intersection and ended up clashing with pro-Israeli counter-protesters. And today, our Jose Martinez heard from the alleged victim, who is still badly shaken up.
Fear among some Albany and El Cerrito residents 2 days after a demonstration turned violent.
I was very shaken. I'm still shaken, actually.
That's why this resident requested us not to share her identity. She was one of many Jewish counter-protesters who, according to the El Cerrito Police Department, were attacked Saturday afternoon at a ceasefire demonstration at the intersection of San Pablo Avenue and Carlson Boulevard.
They rushed over to us again, blocking us, and they started to grab our flags and our signs.
Just take a look at this video. That's the exact moment when police officers say this man violently pushed the woman down to the ground from behind, took her Israeli flag from her hands by force, and then burned the flag in the street. In a statement, the department added, "This crime is being investigated as a hate crime and will be presented to the district attorney's office for review and prosecution when appropriate."
People are scared. They're scared to be in their own community.
Mark Levin is the regional director of the Anti-Defamation League. He says incidents like this are extremely concerning.
They're seeing increases of anti-Semitism. We have had a near 400% increase in anti-Semitism in the weeks since October 7th, as compared to the same period of time a year ago.
While the investigation is ongoing, he says his office will keep pressuring local authorities and elected officials.
It's incumbent on our elected officials to bring the temperature down and recognize what's happening and reject calls for division.
And this resident agrees. She says it's time for authorities to act and protect.
So what I'm going to be doing is writing to the El Cerrito police and telling them and the city council actually, that they really have to beef up their police department and have more people serving on the weekends. Not even for demonstrations, but for just regular folks, going shopping at Trader Joe's.
And this is definitely not over. If you have information or videos related to this incident, you should contact El Cerrito Police Department as soon as possible.
All right, here is another look at the suspect El Cerrito police are looking for tonight. The Bay Area Council on American Islamic Relations also released a statement in response to the investigation saying, quote, "The planned rally on January 6th was intended to be peaceful, but for the provocation by pro-genocide individuals who sought to intimidate and harass rally attendees advocating for peace and a permanent ceasefire in Palestine. We firmly believe in the constitutional rights of all individuals to freedom of speech and peaceful assembly." All right, now to San Francisco, where the Board of Supervisors will debate a controversial ceasefire resolution tomorrow. The Rules Committee referred to it, the full board, today after 4.5 hours of public comment. Stop this genocide. So just before this morning's committee meeting, dozens of local medical workers staged a die-in inside City Hall, and they say they were trying to draw attention to the hundreds of healthcare workers in Gaza that have been killed by Israeli bombings.
The suffering that I'm seeing on the footage is just unbearable. There's nothing that could justify that suffering.
According to the World Health Organization, there have been nearly 600 attacks on healthcare facilities in Gaza and the West Bank since October 7th. Meantime, Israeli troops continue to fight Hamas militants in central and southern Gaza. Over in Lebanon, a senior Hezbollah commander was killed by Israeli airstrikes. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has met with leaders of the Middle East to discuss diplomacy. He is expected to meet with Israeli leaders in Tel Aviv tomorrow. All right, now we want to get to some dramatic new video from that Alaska Airlines flight where part of the fuselage blew out shortly after takeoff. I'm sure you've seen it. And then look at this. It shows a flight attendant helping a frantic woman who was describing how a child's shirt was ripped off when a chunk of the plane exploded outward 10 minutes after taking off from Portland. Stephanie King was the one who took the video.
She kept screaming, "My son, my son, my son." I was 14 seats ahead. There was this white mist that came inside the plane, and that was the first indication that something had tragically gone wrong. It was the worst flight of my life, as you can imagine.
The flight headed for Ontario and Southern California made it safely back to Portland. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but passengers say some items, including cell phones, were actually sucked out. The issue was something called a door plug, which is installed so airlines can add an extra emergency exit if they choose to reconfigure the plane. Earlier today, the NTSB recovered that missing door plug. Look at that. It blew out. It landed in a science teacher's backyard in Oregon. While investigators figure out what went wrong, all Boeing 737 MAX 9 airplanes have been grounded while they're inspected. That's 171 planes. And today, United Airlines, the only other airline that uses MAX 9s, revealed that it found some loose bolts around its door plug since it started inspections on Saturday. So here in the Bay Area, we checked and more than 60 flights have been grounded, most of them at SFO. So after all of this, many of us may be pretty scared to get on an airplane, but one commercial airline pilot reassured us that we are safe.
I am nervous about flying, to be honest.
And who wouldn't be after seeing a fuselage door plug the size of a refrigerator designed to be held in place by air pressure blown off mid-flight? Scott Miller, aviation expert, commercial pilot, and flight instructor, weighs in.
The big focus here is the initial indication appears that, yes, that door plug perhaps was improperly installed. The decision or the what we need to look at is how did that happen? How was that improper installation able to make it out?
Miller says there is a systematic inspection process when it comes to aircraft, and it's not signed off by just one technician. It is usually 2 or 3 inspections before it's cleared.
Anytime a bolt is turned or a connector's made or a fastener's applied, someone else is going to check that work. And then usually during delivery, there's additional checks that are done.
He said Boeing is ultimately responsible, but the airline will also have to look into the subcontractor, Spirit Air Systems.
Planes are complicated things, so things go wrong, but what you do expect is that when a problem is discovered, that people do the right thing.
Miller says as traumatic as it was to be on that flight, the safety system is still working because the aircraft landed on the ground in one piece with very minor injuries.
I think the system, although always room for improvement, I think is safe. And I think that's one of the big takeaways from this incident, even though it appears starting to look that there possibly was a manufacturing error, the aircraft operators, the flight attendants, the pilots were able to handle the situation, get everybody safe.
Yeah, it's a big error. Okay, this isn't the first time Boeing has had issues with its MAX 737s. In 2018 and 2019, nearly 350 people were killed in 2 MAX 8 jet crashes. Afterward, the FAA grounded all MAX 8 and MAX 9 planes for nearly 2 years, while Boeing fixed an automated flight system that was implicated in the crashes. Today, Boeing issued this statement about Friday's Alaska Airlines incident, saying, quote, "We are committed to ensuring every Boeing airplane meets design specifications and the highest safety and quality standards. We regret the impact this had on our customers and their passengers."